Joe Rogan is kind of one of my favorites when it comes to the breadth of people he'll have on the show. One minute he's smoking weed and cursing his, lips off. And the next second he's having a guy on to talk about how Jesus Christ saved his life and he became a born again Christian. And Joe Rogan's sitting there nodding and listening and asking some really great questions. And so here he is in this conversation he's having about something called minor attracted persons. So, for those of us who still believe that words have meaning, we're talking about pedophiles. And I want you to, whenever you hear minor attracted persons, immediately correct the person speaking and say, "Oh, you mean pedophiles?" Because pedophiles comes that word, that label comes with the stigma that is appropriate. Minor attracted persons is something that makes people think you're I mean, are you talking about an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old or a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old? That's, two high schoolers who one just happens to be at the age of majority and the other one has not yet reached that, but they've known each other since kindergarten and their parents are approving of the relationship. You don't want to get caught in the trap of using the language of the left, because once we've done that, then they get to move the goalpost and the Overton window even further away from the truth. Here's Joe Rogan.
I'm sure you've seen the guy in Canada, the 50-year-old man that identifies as a 15-year-old girl and got to change in the young girls' locker room and got to compete with these young girls. It's utter, complete insanity.
Psychosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, you're 50. You're not 15. Period. That's not negotiable.
Yeah.
You live a certain amount of time, period. You can't say I identify as a baby and then wear diapers and have everybody take care of you. That's crazy. But the fact that they're letting that, we are one step away from minor attracted persons being something that everybody's cool with. Because that's also on the agenda. And every now and then they sneak that out there. Every now and then you'll see it in universities, see people talking about it. We have this is this one malign group that has no support, minor attracted persons. Yeah.
It's sick.
It's sick.
It's sick.
It's sick. And the rest of the world is laughing at us.
Yeah.
They're laughing at how crazy, especially Russia. They think it's hilarious. They're laughing at how ridiculous.
I bet you Putin's probably going to say something about that in this interview.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a disgusting thing that's going on in the United States. And you're right, Russia is laughing at us. That's why they made that military ad where they only had men in the ad talking about how strong their military was during the Biden years. They put out a number of those commercials to mock our ads and commercials that we had for our military that only showed women and people with purple hair. And so this idea that we as a nation are allowing the left to do this, it's up to us. So it's the quiet, silent majority, which is too quiet and too silent about things that are literally dangerous to the physical persons of our children and women. So women and children are supposed to be protected in our country, but we have gotten away from that. And we're now protecting men who think they're women, men who think they're babies, men who think they're cats and dogs, and every other kind of abomination instead of doing what's right. I just want people to understand this isn't about hatred. It's about protecting the innocent.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.